everybody, Nick here with another Mezco review. This is the Special Ops Punisher. This was a Mezco exclusive. This is part of the 112 Collective Pose Play Display. And with all Mezco exclusive figures, it's a small, shorter box with a simple art on the back. Okay, let's take a look at the base plate. Simple, elegant, just the Punisher symbol, just how I like it. This works. Okay, now let's look at Mr. Frank Castle himself. This is more of a comic accurate figure with the white boots. So let's start off with what's plastic and what's fabric. As always, I'll back this camera just a little bit. All right, so his head is plastic, his cuffs are plastic, his hands are plastic, the belt's plastic, as are the boots. Everything else is fabric with this nice vinyl printing over top. Looking good. Okay, so with any Punisher figure, you have a slew of accessories. So let's get him situated back here. And let's get ready to go through this gauntlet of accessories. First and foremost, we'll get rid of the hands, get them over and done with. We get 2 claw hands, 2 trigger finger hands, big surprise with all the guns he comes with, 1 opened hand, and 1 jugular palm thrusting punch curled up like this hand. And of course your pair of fists. We'll do the heads last so we can compare sculpts. Alright, first and foremost, because why not give the man a Gatling gun? Barrel doesn't spin, unfortunately, but overall is done very nicely. There is a port here on the side for the bullets, which gives you a nice sculpted bullet belt that plugs in like so. There we go. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. That's a hell of a gun. Okay. Next we get a machine gun with a grenade launcher underneath, which you can actually load grenades into. You get a dozen grenades. I didn't pull them all out of the package, but there you go. Nicely done. Nicely sculpted, and I like the finer, a little bit of paint on there, the dry brushing. Done very well. So, and then you got the cartridge here. Or the cartridge, the magazine. I don't know why I keep calling it cartridge. Magazine. You get an additional magazine as well. Next you get an Uzi. Thought the magazine came out in this one, because they do give you an extra. I guess it's just as a prop. They give you an extra one. Just an extra magazine with the bullet on top. Let me double check. Let me try this. Give it a little bit of force. Nope, doesn't want to come out. I'm not going to force it because I don't want to break it. Handgun. With the magazine that just flew out of my hand. So good thing they gave you a spare, right? I'll pick that up in a minute. So be careful of that it doesn't go flying out at the camera. It was 3D. Okay, so that's the handgun. Combat knife. Nice little silver edge to it. Grenade. Because, you know, Punisher gets 4 grenades. And yeah, a bazooka. Because, yeah, let's round it out with a bazooka, because why not? All these are done, are sculpted beautifully. Makes me want Mezco to do G.I. Joe, because they already have all the guns done. You also get the bullet effects, like the one single shot and the multi-shot bullet effect, which we've seen before on other figures. Okay. We also get a working duffel bag to put all of our various weapons into. And we get 2 additional heads. So let's start off with the masked head, which is done very nice. I love this mask. I love that the eyes are done. I do believe the eyes, probably the head itself is done separately, because if you look on the underside, you see that flesh tone. It probably is an insert. So it's all sculpted first and painted first before being placed inside this mask. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody out there has yanked out the inside piece and left the hollow mask to sit on a shelf somewhere, which would have been a nice touch if they would have been able to remove the face from the inside and just have the mask. People love to do that kind of stuff. So there you go. There's that head. There's the oh so wonderful beat up angry Frank. This one doesn't look too bad, especially the teeth. I usually have a problem with Mezco's teeth. This one looks pretty good. I love the detail on the inside of the mouth. They really know how to beat somebody up. And then we have more of a stern, seen better days Frank. Very lifelike, very great looking sculpt in my opinion. I don't think I went over articulation, so we'll go over that real quick and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this. All right, so articulation. He has ball joint at the head, ball joint at the base of the neck, shoulder joint, double joint elbow, ball joint wrist, ab crunch. Checking for the waist. I really can't get the waist to move because he's twisting at the top of the ab. So I'm sure it's there. It's just difficult to move with this giant, big ass belt in the way. Hip joint, check. Spins at the top of the hip. Yep. Knee, double jointed, ankle pivot. Yep. All classic and typical Mezco figure articulation. So overall thoughts on this figure. It's another Punisher figure. We've had quite a few of them. He always sells out very well. People love him. People love the amount of accessories he comes with. So I like this one as well. I think he's, other than the white boots. The white boots really kind of drive me crazy. I understand it's a stylized version of a comic, so the white boots make sense for that aspect of it. I'm not a fan of the white boots, but that's just me. I love the masked head. Love this head. Like overall, he's a great figure. He comes with so much stuff, so many accessories. Like there's like just tons and tons and tons of it. As always, they have done multiple Punishers before. Is he worth picking up? If you need a Punisher, this is probably one of the ones on the cheaper side. I know the first release was ridiculously expensive, and the one thereafter as well. So this one might be the cheapest one out of the comic styles to find. Will they do another Punisher? Who knows? If people keep buying them the way they do, they'll probably make another one. I know there's a Netflix version out there, which is a good alternative as well. It's all really depending on if you want the accessories, if you like this version of him. Would I recommend him? If this is the Punisher, if somebody said this is the Punisher I want to get, is he cool? Yes, absolutely. Is he worth getting at a higher price? It all comes into comparison with the rest of them. It really comes down to that. And it's really buyer's preference. I think overall he's a great figure. He's worth having at least one version of the Punisher. Whichever one you choose is going to be aces. Mezco has yet to mess up a Punisher so far. And I don't see them doing it anytime soon. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. And check back with you later. See ya.